What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Actually, some of you who've been watching the channel for a while may remember I used to do a weekly mailbag episode where I'll just answer any questions from the comments or any questions that people have emailed me. So I thought I'd do is something similar to that, where I'll just pick one comment out or question out and I'll focus on that and try to give it a good answer and hopefully a good answer anyway. So I picked this one this week from Healing Waters on YouTube, who said, hey Luke, I need some help styling my suit for my wedding. It's a very dark brown suit, double-breasted, wide leg. Trying to wear a white shirt and beige shoes. The suit is so dark, people have recommended that I wear light brown shoes to offset the colour, but I can't find the right colour. What are your thoughts? So I absolutely love this as a question. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of brown tailoring in general, and I like the concept of a double-breasted dark brown suit to wear for a wedding, something a little bit different than your traditional navies or like beiges. I'm not sure if the wedding is like in the summer or whatever, so what we'll do is we'll go through some of my thoughts and some sort of outfit inspiration, and I think also as well some inspiration on how to get the most wear out of that brown suit after your special day, because I think you should really. I think if you invested in a suit, especially, I don't know if you've invested especially for the wedding or if it's a suit you've already had, but either way, let's try and get some ideas together of how we can wear the brown suit beyond just the wedding day. So before we do jump into it, I'd just like to ask if you get anything from this video, if you can hit the like and subscribe button. Check out archeryonwards.com for pre-owned menswear. I've got some new items behind me that are ready to go up on the store, and also sign up to the Substack The Guidance as well. So that's a newsletter I send out with links to pre-owned items I find from all the brands you probably know and love if you watch this channel. I also put links to any items that we discuss in these videos on there as well, and just some general ramblings as well. So I think today I posted a piece on some of my favorite bags that are out there at the moment, ones that don't make you look too much like a schoolboy. So I just put a big list of some of my favorites that are out right now, so I'll put a link in the description for that. Enough about all that, let's get into this brown wedding suit situation. From the message, if we stick to the sort of brief here, so we've got a double-breasted dark brown suit, but a very dark brown suit, and with a wide leg. So what we'll do is we'll go through some outfit inspiration they may not be exactly to the actual spec, so it may not be like a double-breasted suit, it may not be the same sort of tone of brown, but you get the general gist. So if you stick to sort of color palettes that will show up here, it's going to be keeping it simple anyway. So we'll start off with this suit here. So I don't know the material of the suit, so that does play a big role in it. So something like this, which is a linen suit, will have a bit of texture to it. Obviously it's not the darkest of browns, but you get the idea, and just a crisp white shirt. So that's a nice look. That's a solid look. It's soft around the shoulders, and again, I'm not sure about the structure of the suit. It's got a nice high rise to the waist. We can't see what's on his feet, but we'll get to the shoes in a second. So you're starting off at a nice, I think it's a solid option. I don't think we should go too far out there from this. I don't think we should be adding too many wild colors in there, but let's see if we can build and give you some options and beyond. Next, if you want to tone the dial up a little bit, you can add a sort of like a navy grenadine tie or a knitted tie, and then a white pocket square. Again, super simple but really nice and effective. I think this is a really lovely look. This is a bit more of a darker brown suit as well, so you can get a good idea of how it looks, and he has got a little bit of cuff showing as well. I think that's if you've got it to a tailor's and get the shirt cuff showing, especially for your wedding day, it just adds a nice bit of visual contrast all around the suit. So that's again a really solid option. You don't have to do too much. I'll get it, but if you do just want to go with the white shirt, that's fine. There's no, wedding rules have sort of got out the window nowadays. There's so many sort of more informal weddings, so it doesn't really matter that much, but I think that's a nice alternative. Then we always have Manish here wearing this really beautiful similar double-breasted brown suit, but he's paired it with a bit of, so this is more of a, if you did want to add a bit of pattern to the outfit. So he's got a light blue shirt with a stripe to it. I think it's like a brown and white stripe, and then a blue and white tie as well. So you've got the tighter pattern with the tie, and then the wider pattern with the shirt. So that's something that really does help when you are pairing patterns together. That is, again, another simple option. It's got a little bit of a pocket square showing, and I think that will be quite a nice thing to do if you are just going with a white shirt or even something like this. Again, just to add those little bits of visual interest and contrast around the suit. on a wedding day as well. It just adds a little bit of something. Again, we don't know like where your wedding is, if it's like a registry office, if it's a beach, if it's a church, or who knows. It doesn't really matter that much. But I think a pocket square, just adding like a little sliver of white on there could be a nice little touch. And this is a good way to do it if you wanted to add a bit of pattern to the outfit. Next up, we have Simon Crompton from Permanent Style, and this is just to show you. So a lot of times at a wedding, it may not be your choice of what you completely get to wear. So you might have other inputs from elsewhere, and they might want you to add a bit of colour. So if something, if you just want to go keep it simple, but your wedding party wants to throw in a bit of colour there for one reason or another, something like a yellow pocket square, you can take it out later if you don't like it. Adds a bit of freshness, especially in like the summer, because brown and the dark brown is obviously a very dark colour. So maybe if you want to add that little bit of freshness to the outfit, just a yellow pocket square could be quite nice. Simon's also wearing a double-breasted suit here, which has a lot more of a structure. So in this outfit, there's a lot of structure to the shoulder. So if that's something that is more aligned with the suit you have, this is an idea with just like a navy, I think, grenadine tie and a light blue shirt as well. So you can get a good idea of it. This would look nice with a nice pocket square also. And this will actually make us focus now a bit more on shoes, because I would say to lean, well, you've got a few options. So black and brown go together, forget all the old sort of rules, but especially with dark brown as well. So a black pair of leather shoes, you can go, I would say, well, tassel loafers, penny loafers, or Oxfords if you prefer. I know you mentioned in your comment about lighter brown shoes. I would probably try to steer clear from that, because you can, if you've say got a linen pair or a linen suit, say a brown linen suit, like a lighter suede pair of shoes can go quite nicely, but you don't want to be falling into the trap of wearing like tan shoes. They go with rarely anything. I never like to rule anything out at all, but as a whole, but it's very hard to get a pair of tan shoes to look good. But a lighter pair of brown suede loafers can go nicely. But then I'd fall on black shoes, black leather shoes, or you can get dark brown leather shoes can work as well, or a brown pair of suede like loafers or something along those lines, so long as they've got a bit of contrast. So I'll try and find something in a second, so to show you what I mean by that. So okay, so we've got here Mr. Kamishita. He's not wearing a double-breasted suit, but it's a brown suit, and if you see, I'll just zoom in on his feet here, he's got a pair of brown suede tassel loafers on. So there's two bits of contrast here. You've got the contrast between the shoe and the trouser, where he's not wearing any socks. I like going sockless personally, but you can throw in a pair of socks. We'll see if we can find one. It's like a navy pair of socks or something like that. Just about a little break up in terms of the visuals. But also there with the tassel loafer, there's a bit of contrast within itself, the detailing, like the tassel itself, the detailing on the shoe. Whereas I've certainly had it before when I've put on a brown pair of trousers. I try to pair it with like a brown pair of penny loafers with a higher vamp. It just looks like you're just wearing one long like legging. So you're getting a bit of a visual break in there is really helpful, and just some detailing in there so it doesn't just look like it's all one thing. Also getting the colours, getting a difference in the colour as well. So if you've got a brown suit and your shoes are exactly the same kind of brown and there's no break at all, again, that'll have that kind of effect. We've got this look here, again, double-breasted brown suit, tie, pocket square, and then a black pair of I want to say loafers, but I can't see too well. Loafers, and I think he's got some socks on as well. So black is a really safe option, I feel, in this situation. So we've got Nicola Rodano here wearing this linen pair of high-waisted brown trousers with a lighter brown pair of suede shoes. So again, I think here it helps that these are suede. It's got that extra bit of texture to it. If these were like just a regular leather, they just don't tend to work as well. There's all sorts of visual interest and contrast there with the tassel, the no socks, even the cuff on the trouser, and then the fact that the trousers are linen as well gives a nice bit of texture. Brown, especially with a suit. It's really good to get a bit of texture in there as much as possible. Again, a bit of contrast and texture, because you don't want it to look too heavy. I think that's where, so my parents, when I first said I was going to go out and buy a brown suit, they had flashbacks of like the 70s, like those horrible polyester suits, because a lot of them didn't have any texture to them. They were just very flat and sickly looking, and the other stuff you're pairing it with like big chunky tires, big lapels. It's just a lot. So it's good to with brown suits, just to get it, if you can, get as much texture in there as possible, and also just keep it simple, like the outfits we've looked at so far. Got another double-breasted brown suit here, white shirt. It's a little bit slimmer than what you may like with like the trousers and the jacket as a whole, but you've got, just to show, a black pair of leather tassel loafers. So again, I feel like black is a safer option. It might be something you just want to do a bit of trial and error, because again, I don't know the tone of the suit exactly. Just go in front of a full-length mirror, have a look at yourself from head to toe. If something's off, just go with something safe and go maybe like a black shoe. If you did want to throw in a little bit more of a pattern, we've got this here, which again, just super simple, white shirt and then a blue tie with a bit more of a stronger pattern in it. No wild colours in there, nothing too crazy. And it gives a bit more of a punch. That's another option if you did want to throw in a tie. And again, like with this image, similar, a bit more of a pattern with the tie, but throwing in a little bit of a bit more of a curveball with the pocket square. Again, something super subtle like that can make all the difference. Just throwing in a pocket square pocket sheath with just a few different little colours in there. This has got yellows, reds and browns in there, so it plays off of the suit colours, obviously with different tones, but it's using those colours to add that something a little bit different. So that's another alternative. Like, all these little things are just little tweaks that you can do to make that fit stand out that little bit more. We're also going with the tie. You can go something a little bit more in sync with the suit, like this. He's got a sort of browny greeny sort of colour with the tie. Just gives a really different effect, rather than going for like navy. I think it was the last ones we've really looked at, or this suit here, which is, I think, from a Drake's lookbook. There's a lot of texture with the suit. It's got a green tie, so you can have a little bit of a play around with it if you're going with a tie. But my personal choice, I think, just keep it super simple. White shirt, a little bit of a pocket square, and then if you want to go for a tie, just something like a navy tie, some of the ones we looked at earlier. And then also, this is a bit more wedding-y, with a sort of a wider pattern for the tie, a bit of a lighter colour in there as well, and then a lighter sort of pocket square. Again, super subtle little differences, things you can play around with, and it won't really cost you much, because it's just throwing a tie on, maybe a little pocket square. If you've already got the suit and the shirt, then you're pretty good to go. Now, what about getting use from the suit after your wedding day? So firstly, one of my favourite looks is just pairing the suit with like a polo shirt, like a merino knit polo. And here's one here with the navy one. I personally just prefer a longer sleeve polo. It's just something I've always preferred, but this is a great look also. It goes, he's not got the jacket on here, but this would go nicely under a jacket as well, and he's got some like Belgian loafers, I believe, on as well. Super simple, just gives you a much more casual look with the suit. You can break it up as well, like we've got Mr. Camera Shooter here again, where he's wearing a navy blazer, pattern tie and a blue shirt with the brown trousers, so it gives you something else to sort of wear with the trousers. Just out of interest, I think he's got some black or dark brown leather penny loafers on, just so you can keep an eye on like what the footwear situation is. You can block off the top half like this outfit here, and just wear the double-breasted jacket with like maybe like a knitted tee, like in the same colour. You could also wear like a navy knitted tee underneath and it still look good, and then some light colour trousers. This I feel would go great with some like brown suede penny loafers, this outfit. Also then the same kind of outfit, we've got Andreas Brynäs here with a light blue shirt. It could be a denim shirt. Yeah, I think like a denim shirt, same outfit as before, and it just gives you a completely different look. And actually the brown suit as a whole does go really nicely with denim. So we've got this one here with the denim sort of western shirt, high-waisted pair of brown linen trousers. Again, it would just, denim shirts look really good under a brown suit, so that's another option you can get with it. And you can go a bit lighter, or you can go a bit darker with the denim as well, like here. And with this outfit, just to sort of get an idea of shoes, he's got a dark brown pair of leather penny loafers, and I think that also works quite nicely. So it's just, you see how the tone of the browns aren't exactly the same. Another look I really like is just going, keeping it all sort of darker tones. So this salmon enamel look with a black, I think it's a polo shirt, and then a black pair of loafers. It just gives it, again, another sort of feel to the whole outfit of the suit. Then if you do want to go a little bit lighter and break up the suit again, lighter sort of pattern jacket, denim shirt as well, and then he's got some like brown para boots on there as well, so a lot more casual and a lot more lighter colors. I couldn't find too many of these outfits with like a wider leg. This was the closest one I could get, and he's got like a 3/4 zip underneath. If you just imagine this was like a polo shirt or like a black shirt, it's the same effect, so you can get a load of really nice outfits from this one suit. Another look I really like is just this one here. Again, super simple. Rather than with the t-shirt, it's just a slight pattern to it, black and brown stripes, and just gives another really interesting look and a really nice way to wear a brown suit casually. And if you didn't have a pattern, just a simple navy like long sleeve crew neck t-shirt can work wonders as well. So yeah, that's how I would style the suit for both the wedding day and beyond that. Hope that does help. If I had to choose one, I'd probably just go super simple, and I'd go for either the first look we looked at was just a crisp white shirt if you're not wanting to wear a tie, and just like a white pocket square black pair of loafers would probably be my choice. And then if you did want to wear a tie, just like a navy like knitted tie or like a navy grenadine tie would work with the pocket square, and it's probably a little bit more formal, a little bit more traditionally wedding appropriate, but I don't know, I mean, there's no such thing really anymore. So I hope that does help, and I hope everyone enjoyed the video, got something out of it. Please do leave questions in the comments as well. Obviously I can't make a video about all of them, but I will be picking some out just because I think they're really good topics to just dive deep on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Do remember to check out the Substack on the way out. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.